So I've been very busy, and this is going to be like a week's worth of partial garden tours. Sorry. That is a June bug that has been lost in here since last night, or possibly hatched last night. I hate them. Just an update on the garden. The day after midsummer, before I need to before I need to actually do some work to clean some stuff up. So, yeah, that one is tied. None of the rest of the tomatoes are tied. This loofah is very happy and has baby fruits. So hopefully I will actually get loofah gourd this year, which would be amazing. But yeah, that one's super happy. That one's not as happy. Makes sense. In ground more fertilizer versus in a bucket. So yeah, we'll see. There's also a third one hidden in there and a fourth one outside. Demon! So many demons. Sorry, I do not like June bugs. I was fighting them yesterday with the hose. But peppers are flowering. Hopefully that means we will have lots of peppers and beets and tomatoes and food. I'm going to do a harvest later and maybe preserve some beets. We'll see. But everything's happy. It's like everything's happy. So many bees in the roses. They're very happy. It smells good. It's lovely. The black currants are turning. So these will be done soon. The blueberries have set a ton of fruit. These sunflowers the kids planted are absolutely enormous and shading out this squash. So hopefully, I'm going to prune some of the leaves back to help the squash get some more light. Lots and lots of kale, pumpkins, tomatoes that need to get tied up. So much kale. Caterpillars. Jacques. But yeah, so it's okay. This is why we plant extra. But yeah, if you see poop like that, that means there's a caterpillar somewhere munching on your leaves. It's fine. Lots of kale, beans, and tomatoes, and broccoli for next year. I threw some seeds down and the plants actually took and they're happy. So mistakes were made. It's fine. Also, giant caterpillar on this broccoli. Yeah, that's too much, man. Go over there. A bird will find you and will be happy. Those typically come in an army. So they're normally like, if you see one of those guys, there's like 100. A bunch of them are dying. So I think the parasitic wasps are working. But yeah, see, here's another one. They're hard to find when they're small. And they start very, very small. But I think that maybe I know there was a bunch on here and there was a bunch over there. And so I think those might have been the ones that like survived culling. And then, there's another one. All right, this has now turned into less of a garden tour and more of a caterpillar hunt. So, yeah. Caterpillar hunt. These are excellent chicken snacks, but they're also good for wild birds. So, I'm just leaving them. Like, they'll look for food. Birds will come and eat them. Yep, this is just a caterpillar hunt now. I should really just have a bucket, but this was not the plan. Clearly, this was not the plan. There's evidence of a caterpillar here. I can't remember if I already got it. This is how you know I should have drank coffee before I tried to do this. It's fine. But yeah, leeks from last year that went bolted, and then I planted the seeds and then transplanted the seeds out. Hopefully we'll have leeks for Christmas. Other things, you know, it's going pretty well. All considering. It's going pretty well. This is asparagus. Because if you don't harvest your asparagus, it turns into a giant tree. Which, personally, I think is very pretty. So I'm not completely mad that it's happening. But chaos. And then pumpkin squash. Nonsense. My kale bed that's too happy and needs to be harvested. Carrots. Brussels sprouts that are less happy. Bolted broccoli. Broccoli that hasn't bolted yet, but that is bolted broccoli. I'm probably going to pull that plant and replace it in a bit. Yeah, there's no pollinators in there on purpose because I've put the netting. So, like, normally I would leave that to go for the bees, but I might just top it and have it for breakfast and see if it sends out some side shoots. I don't think it will because it's too small of a plant, but whatever. These, I believe, are my cauliflower, so we'll see if anything happens with them. It's fine. This is a massive bucket of insanity with 4 pumpkin plants. This is supposed to be up there, so I need to tie it up there so that it goes up there. But you can see, like, this is already trying to set a squash, so that's cool. I don't know what this weed is, and I've just not pulled it yet because it wasn't really in the way of anything, but it's time. I'm like, just letting it go for ground cover. But yeah, I don't know what you are, so enjoy the backyard. Goodbye. Hello, birds. Volunteer borage, white and purple, which is cool. Hello, Mr. B, on my potatoes that are dying, which means I need to harvest those. It's fine. There's too much going on. More black currants, our weird pine tree that we found in the driveway. Oh, the pears are bulking up. Everything's like kind of fine. The sunflower, now that I put it under cover, is making it crazy. The sunflowers the kids planted, the squash is coming. There's so many pollinators out. Tomatoes are growing up, doing their thing. I haven't decided if this was genius or terrible, but it seems to be working, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. There's probably some disease happening here, right? But it's fine. We'll see. Waiting for the sunflowers to actually give a flower so I can harvest it for the kids. Radishes that bolted that we're letting flower to eat the flowers and the pods. Broad beans that are slowly fattening up. My garlic that I need to harvest today. Salad that's bolting. All of that will become chicken snacks. Some carrots and kale. You know, it's happening. It's fine. Tea garden. More weird stuff. I need to dump that. That's gross. Yeah, more potatoes and salad and cabbages growing in the shade. This has evidence of, yep, there you are. Maybe. Nope. But there's evidence of snail and slugs eating this. So there might be a caterpillar in there. I should really spray BT, but I also don't care enough to remember to do that. So yeah, it's okay. But my tomatoes are still like coming up, even though they're growing in the shade of both this and the squash and the giant sunflowers now. But this was my hope, was that this would make the salad better by growing in the containers behind the trellis so that it would have shade for most of the day, and then it gets sun in the afternoon. Yeah, it's working out. It's not the worst plan, and then it helps stabilize this, because once this gets a bunch of weight on it, it has a tendency to fall either direction, and so strapping it up and then having this to keep it from falling. But yeah, we'll see. Volunteer, I don't even know what that is. Might be kale, might be Brussels sprout, Colette Brussels sprout kind of thing. It's some kind of brassica in my shishito peppers. So this has become a brassica bed. Those I believe are daikon radishes. I don't remember. I threw some things to try to get some green manure, and they have now taken over the bed. So I will probably harvest those all out to give the peppers in here a chance to actually do something. And then these are runner beans that I put in, and they are very happy and they are taking over the world. So, you know, got a lot of stuff going on. Some of it on purpose, some of it not. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. Chamomile was on purpose. It's doing very poorly, so I'm not harvesting any of it, so it can reseed for next year. This will eventually be the perennial tea garden, but it has a bunch of Jerusalem artichokes in it, so, you know, that's gonna be weird. It's what it is. It's fine. It's fine. The lavender is coming up. There's stuff meant forever. It's fine. Sorry about the bucket of gross, or the wheelbarrow of gross. Alright, I'm going to take care of chickens, and then I'll probably do another video after I do some work and make this less chaotic. But, yeah. Alright. I'm like, where did the caterpillars go? There's a not zero chance. Nope, there's one. They're either very fast, or my bird army came and got their snacks. So I'll throw that there. There was 3. Now there's 1. It's interesting. Interesting. I did just see a wood pigeon fly off, so maybe a wood pigeon just got a caterpillar snack. Alright. Thanks for watching. My broad beans are ready, so I'm going to pull them and plant salad seeds. The sunflowers are taller than my boyfriend. I don't even know how tall they are. They're enormous. And they have squash at the bottom and tomatoes behind them and cucumbers and stuff. And we'll see. It will be what it is. We'll see. But, yeah. Summer garden. Chaos. I don't think you can tell, but that's a big kite in the sky. He was just in the garden. He's enormous. He might be waiting for me to go back inside. But he's just playing on the wind. They're pretty cool. July wind tunnel garden tour. Chaos. Oh, it's super windy. Welcome to Sweden. The black currants ripened. There were a couple that weren't ripe when I harvested them, but most of them are now in the freezer waiting for me to have time to do something with them. Blueberries are coming along. The sunflowers are absolutely enormous. Grapes outside are starting to form. Lettuce bolted. Harvested the broad beans. This garlic is going to be absolutely enormous and is still growing, and I'm just letting it. Those are like 2.5 meters tall. They are like 8 foot tall. And they don't have much soil, and yeah, it's fine. We had our first squash for dinner last night. The kale is very happy. There's probably caterpillars somewhere based on that damage. Yeah, it's chaos. I need to tie up the tomatoes still. I never did that. It's fine. More salad. More tomatoes. The leeks I transplanted are happy. These brassicas are happy. I took out the giant borage that was volunteered in here and fed it to the chickens. There are more cabbages coming along. Replanted some potatoes. The kale is happy. The Brussels sprouts are not as happy as the kale, but that's fine. Carrots are happy. Leftovers from harvest, which I still need to clean up. The peas I never harvested, it's fine. More potatoes that I'm gonna need to harvest soon. Yeah. This yellow or yellow squash is where our first squash came from. There's pumpkins in there. There's all kinds of chaos in there. I fixed this yesterday, so this was where all the elephant grass was coming through from the previous owners. I put down more weed suppressing membrane and then a bunch of bark, so that should help. There's a couple over here, but I'm hoping that it will be okay. It's fine. We'll see. It's fine. There are peppers in here somewhere. It's fine. But yeah, just chaos ensues, and I need to thin out the radishes that have lost their mind, and there's some carrots, and yeah, it's a thing. It's fine. And more elephant grass coming up between the beds, so just keep trying to make it sad. Beans that will hopefully just run along this fence and find their way back, and you know, it's chaos. It's fine. Potatoes are flowering, so that is good. And then I started harvesting this tower, so I'm just like trying to harvest potatoes as we want to eat them, as opposed to just like storing them in the basement, because like each one of these has enough for a meal right now, because they just were like garbage thrown in a thing, and I haven't really taken care of them. It's fine. It's fine. I think that's all that's important back here. Hi, nasturtiums. Oh, I should really train these vines up and over, but that again, my brain is not there yet. There are chickens and maybe baby chickens. Hey guys, I'll get you breakfast in just a sec. So many roses and raspberries and strawberries over there. More chaos. It's fine. Greenhouse. Starting to get eggplants. So we have eggplants coming. We had our first cucumbers in here. I think these are the Deli Star. The first one was a little bitter. It's fine. There is teeny tiny baby watermelon in there. Shallots, kohlrabi, tomatoes. We have peppers coming. We have peppers coming. So yeah, we are gonna have my shishito pepper dream is gonna be a reality. All of these are happy, and for the first time ever, I have a loofah forming. I actually might get loofah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. I tied these tomatoes up. This was a volunteer plant. I have no idea what the variety is, but it's very happy growing in here amongst the peppers and the beets. So, yeah, we'll see. It's fine. There's lots of stuff in here. Probably too much stuff in here. And, yeah. Chickens are hungry. Oh. I'm going to go take care of them. Thanks for watching. So the other day I came out to the coop and I found a chicken had hatched and they had abandoned it, but I rescued it and put it under a new mom, and now he's happy and alive and time to eat. So tiny.
But can we call Lily and say we got a baby chicken?